Hello, my name is David. We're here at this commercial building here that we're doing an air barrier, air sealing. It's going to be a spray applied sealant that will prevent the mixture of the cold air on the outside mixing with the warm air from the inside, preventing condensation in the walls, which can then possibly develop a mold-like substance to create an illness in a factory situation as well as the offices. The beginning of what we're doing now is we're prepping all the joints to be able to be sealed so that it continues an air seal from one end of the wall all the way to the other, from the ground all the way to the roof. And with a perfect air seal, will I be able to save them up to 50% on their energy consumption as well for heating and cooling. And with the energy money that they'll be able to save, they'll be able to put that in, maybe pay somebody a little more money next month. What they're doing over here is they're prepping the inside corners and the outside corners as well as the joints. They're putting on a spray adhesive and an exterior grade mesh tape. The mesh tape will give a small area that for the air barrier when it's sprayed to stick to and then seal over, creating a complete air seal so that the air doesn't mix with the inside and the exterior air again. Over here we've got one of the owners of the company who gets involved with doing everything also on a lot of the jobs beforehand to make sure that the prep is being done properly. What we've also got here is all the windows are being taped up and plastic covered so that the overspray, which will occur, is going to be protected, all the windows, because it's an expense to clean them. We go in, we do the prep, we've got the plastic down on the sidewalks that are already finished, we've got the retaining walls that are already here for the flower boxes, which are also protected from any of the overspray to protect it from any damage and cleanup. One of the downfalls of working when windows are in is all the times that is spent trying to cover the windows, which is an expense that the contractor has to incur for the preventing the overspray. A lot of times a proper air seal package, when it is done beforehand, would include a special wrap that goes around the windowsill, underneath the window on all sides, and then the window seals to it. And this is a case where we're called in an emergency situation to take care of an application before it becomes an issue. The windows are in, so we have to do the protection of the windows after the fact. Right now we're on a hydraulic lift so that we can reach the higher points of the building. We have to seal it from the very top all the way down to the bottom of the foundation. All the open joints are going to be picked up like we did on the front of the building. We'll also be taking off for any of the area that has already been done and completed by another contractor, so we have to protect his work before we continue. As you can see, we're wearing safety harnesses. OSHA requires that anytime you're above 6 feet, it requires that you're safely tied off to something that's not going to fall. If you do fall, it's an elastic stretching capability that will slow you down instead of stopping you short and hurting you. Here we have a finished product of a spray-applied seamless membrane used as an air barrier for new construction. It is also used on older construction, but here we're doing it on a new addition to an existing building. The energy codes are calling for saving money anywhere they can over the long haul of the life of the building, so by putting this on, we're saving an energy consumption of between 25 and 50% depending on the design of the building. In this case here, we're not included in the design of the heating and cooling, but we're going to estimate we're saving them 25% to be on the low side. Here we have a finished product. The building is now completely air sealed from one end of the building to the other, from the ground all the way to the roof. We started off on Monday. We started with taping of all the joints, masticing the joints with the same material that it is being spray applied with, and then we come back and we taped and plasticed over all the windows to protect them from the overspray that will occur on an application like this. We then start from the ground and work our way up, and we did in passes coming back and forth. Then we came back and we redid a second coat, giving a total of 4 passes over each area to make a thickness of roughly 60 mils when it completely dries, which is about the thickness of between 1.5 and 2 credit cards if you stack them together. The material is now going to be completely air sealed. We're not going to have any more additions on this section of the building, but if you look down at the beginning with the plastic, you'll see that they are already putting on the finished product, which is going to be an aluminum panel that will be going over our product to give it the finished look. There is some IFIS, which is a stucco type of a material, so they're going to be mixing multiple different types of finish into one new building. Before we do a final cleanup and pull all our material that we've used for masking everything off, we will go through and make sure that everything is sealed, and there's any openings will be touched up. We will do a final cleanup. We'll pull all the plastic away. We're going to leave this job site as clean as when we found it, hopefully cleaner. When doing an air seal project like this, It perfectly complements doing a spray foam application in a building or a residence, as well as if you have the budget that does not allow you to do the foam and you choose to do fiberglass. We at Foamco and Tri-State Foundation Waterproofing look forward to working with you in the future. If you have any questions, feel free, give us a call, 845-361-1143, 845-361-1111, and we look forward to hearing from you.